Now, in this technical demonstration, we're going to install the Centrify agent. Now, the Centrify agent is going to be used to facilitate and synchronize the role-based permissions and privilege that we grant to Active Directory users to give them the ability to authenticate and perform elevated tasks. So for this demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and go back over to the installation package that I downloaded, and there's an agent folder, and we're going to run the application. Now from here, it is wizard driven. We'll go ahead and click next and accept the terms of our license agreement. We'll accept the default location and we'll click install. And once this is completed, we can go ahead and click finish, but we're going to run the agent configuration wizard so we can apply the necessary services. So we'll go ahead and click finish. And now, as you can see, we're prompted to add a service. So we'll go ahead and click add. And now, as you can see, I have a choice of 3 distinct services. Centrify Identity Services Platform, which ties back to the Centrify Identity Platform. Centrify Privilege Elevation Service, which is what we're going to select. And the last one, which is Centrify Audit and Monitoring, which we'll add later in a future technical demonstration. Now from here, I'll simply click Centrify Privilege Elevation Service and click OK. I'll now be prompted for the zone that I want to add this system to. Now, since I have designated a zone for Windows servers, I'm going to select that zone. And we'll click Next. Now, it's important to remember that if you haven't applied role-based permissions, then you're going to need to have something in place for your domain admins to be able to continue logging into the systems. Remember, logging into the system is a privilege. And if we don't apply a specific role to allow users to log in, they won't be able to. So in this particular instance, we're going to allow the system to create the Windows Logon role and assign domain admins to that role. So there will be no interruption of service. So we'll go ahead and click yes, we'll click OK. And now we'll be prompted to restart our machine. We can restart this later. And we'll go ahead and we'll click no. And we'll go ahead and exit out of the agent configuration wizard. Let's now go ahead and install the Centrify DC or direct control agent onto a Unix-based system. So for that, we're going to move over to PuTTY, and I'm going to log into the app's Unix server. We'll log in as root for this demonstration. Now from here, we're going to install the Centrify DC. Now the direct control agent does have some dependencies with it, and we are on a CentOS system, so I'm going to use a yum command to install the application. So we'll type in yum install Centrify DC. And I'll go ahead and add in a -y so we're not prompted during the installation. As you can see here, it's going through the process of installing not only the Centrify Direct Control agent, but the dependencies that go along with it. And now the installation of the agent has been completed. Now we can go through the process of joining it to a zone. Now in order to do that, we simply need to type in AD join. We do need to specify the domain, but because we pre-created this object earlier in a previous technical demonstration, we can make this a very simple process by simply adding in /s and the name of the domain. Now as you can see here, it is automatically identified and joined the system to the Unix zone. If we move back over to the Access Manager and we take a look at the app's Unix server, We'll notice now that it is joined to the domain, and we have some system information. The same is true if we go over to our Windows zone that we installed earlier in this demonstration. So now the systems are joined to the zone. Remember, these systems still do not have any role-based privilege assigned to your users, so we need to make sure that we get that done next.